river came down, but the train in the white man's place. Early in the spring when the snow had disappeared, they came down with a bag of skins. The fall of the year of 1910, Daddy died by the road down in Cherokee Bend. Daddy didn't like what the white man said about the dirty little kid at his side. Daddy didn't like what the white man did on the tail of the river they lied. There was blood on the floor of the government store, and the men took his daddy away. But the boy stayed by till he come to his end, and he run like the wind from Cherokee Bend. Now the mother was alone and the winter was at hand, and she prayed to his spirit kin. It was warm in the lodge in the Kentucky hills on the day when the boy came in. And a blizzard came down and it covered up the door till they thought that it never would end. And he told her the tale of the terrible affair in the government store down in Cherokee Bend. Daddy didn't like what the white man said about the dirty little kid at his side. Daddy didn't like what the white man did on the tail of the river they lied. For 3 long days and 3 long nights they wept and they mourned, and then she returned to her work and her wedding, and they tried to forget about Cherokee Bend. Now the boy wasn't big, but he hunted what he could, and they lived for a time that way. But the food run low and the meat went bad, and she said to the boy one day, I'm leaving tonight and I never will return from the land of a spirit king. You must take what you need and trade what you can for a red man's grave down in Cherokee Bend. It wasn't very long till she closed her eyes and he wrapped her in a robe. He found her a place on the side of the hill and he buried her in the snow. Early in the spring he was sending them down with his load looking ragged and thin. Not a year had gone